Okay, this week in math, we're going to be talking about a new kind of graph. Who can remember from last week or even the week before, the one type of graph that we've done? Hayden?
Picture graph.
A picture graph. Good job. And a picture graph is a pictograph, another name for that. Now today we're going to learn how to make a bar graph. So look at this word bar. You can think of like a candy bar. Maybe outside you're on the monkey bars. So there's lots of different kinds of bars. But this kind of bar is just going to... I'm just going to wait. There's some kids I'm going to start clipping down because they're not being respectful during the lesson. This is going to be another kind of bar. Our essential question for this lesson is going to be how can I record and analyze data? So when I get some numbers, some data, how can I record that? We're going to watch a video that goes with this. It's called Bar Graphs, and it's by Robo. So let's put our eyes on here and let's watch this video.
Hello, and thanks for joining me today, guys. We are going to learn about bar graphs. If you look right here, you can see that we have some fruit. I wanted to know what types of fruit my friends liked, so I went out and asked my friends what fruit they liked the most. Here you can see that I have tally marks to show how many of my friends liked which fruit most. You might know already, but a tally mark is a useful way to represent data. Each time a friend told me they liked a certain fruit, I would put a tally mark under that fruit to keep track of how many people liked that fruit. Now we will put all this information that I have gathered into a bar graph. A bar graph is another way to represent data. It is a lot like a picture graph, but without the pictures or symbols. Here's our graph, but the first thing we need to do with any graph is what? We need a title. Since the information we collected was on favorite fruits, let's call it favorite fruit. With this graph, I want to put the names of the fruit on the bottom and the numbers on the left side going up. We can see here on the bottom, we have the names of the fruits. We should label what these are. This is obviously going to be labeled fruit, since they're fruit. On the side, we need to measure how many people like these different types of fruit. We only need to go up to 6, since our information or tally marks only go up to 6. So the numbers going from 1 to 6 represent the amount of people. We can now fill out the graph according to our data. First in our data are the apples. We can see from the tally marks that 2 of my friends liked apples. So here on the graph, we will have this bar at the bottom go up 2 spots to show that 2 people liked apples. Okay, next we have oranges. How many people liked oranges?
3.
Good job, 3.
Good job. 3 people liked oranges. So we move the bar up to where the 3 is. Now how many people liked pears?
Last time. Yeah, trade next time.
I like pears.
We had just 1 that liked pears, so the bar goes up just 1. The last one is bananas. There were 6 people that liked bananas, so the bar goes all the way up to 6.
It's like 1, 2, 3, 6.
We now have an amazing bar graph that shows all of our data that I collected about what is the favorite fruit to eat. With this graph, it is easier to read and interpret the information. For example, I can see that only 1 person liked pears. Now that's interesting. Can you tell me what fruit was the most popular?
What is it, guys?
We can tell from the graph that bananas were the most popular. Can you guys tell me how many more people liked bananas than oranges?
How many more?
3.
Looking
Good
at the
job.
graph, we see that 6 people liked bananas and 3 people liked oranges.
So let's
Counting
subtract.
up the graph from 3 oranges, we count 1, 2, 3 spots. There are 3 more people that liked bananas instead of oranges. We can learn lots of cool information from this graph. Practice doing your own bar graphs and compare the information you collect. We'll see you next time.
Okay, so
Thank you for watching. Please share the video.
we're gonna practice making these bar graphs today on our paper. So you're gonna get make a bar graph paper. I'm gonna hand these out really quickly because I want to make sure I didn't make a mistake because I already made a mistake on one of them. You're welcome. Lewis, did you have a question? Sorry. Do you have a question, Lewis?
Thank you. Thank you. Am I the first one to say thank you? No, I did. I was the second. Miss Rick, you know what was weird? Arya's milk was like rotten. It smelled gross. That's what I thinking I went to the
She
bathroom.
saw that problem. Should we get different?
No, we told, Riley told Miss Stewart that,
Okay.
and then my stomach started hurting.
Alright, hold on. Oh, my mistake. John.
It smells
This one
good.
has not done. And we'll go through this one. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we are gonna make a bar graph. As you noticed on that video, that bar graph went up and down. Bar graphs can go up and down, or they can go sideways. Yes. Now, ours is going to be sideways, horizontal. So you can make your bar graph however you want. You can make it go up and down, vertical, or side to side, horizontal. Now, let's look at our graph, and let's see what our title is. Who can find the title of our graph? What is it, Lila?
Favorite winter activity.
Then favorite winter activities. Okay, so it says to ask 10 classmates, but since I want all of you to take part in this, I'm going to ask everybody. Hopefully we won't get past 10, but hopefully we can make this bar graph work. So you are going to think, what is your favorite winter activity out of these choices? You have sledding, ice skating, skiing, and snowboarding.
Wait, Miss Wilker, that's the
Okay,
I
Alright.
like Jordan.
all right, I'm gonna start with Kinsley. Kinsley, what is your favorite?
Ice skating.
Ice skating. So, if we're gonna create a bar graph for the first person or for the first vote, we're gonna color in that box just as nice and neat as you can. Okay? So Kinsley is gonna pick ice skating. Lewis, which one are you gonna pick?
Skiing.
Oh, Lewis is gonna pick skiing. So now, once I get my ice skating done for Kinsley, I'm gonna go down to skiing, and I gotta color in one bar graph for Lewis.
My favorite color.
All right, let's go back to Keaton.
Snowboarding.
You're gonna pick snowboarding. So now what do we have to do for snowboarding, guys?
Go down.
We have to add one bar for snowboarding for Keaton.
I bet it's green. I know Mrs. Griffey's thing.
Hey, Brooklyn, what are you gonna pick?
Ice skating.
Ice skating. So now, guys, we have to make another
That
bar
one's black.
that touches Kinsley. So we should have two of the squares or bars colored. All right, Corla, what is your favorite winter activity?
Skiing.
Skiing. So now we're gonna have another one for skiing.
Is it just gonna go in a pattern?
Yeah,
This
imagine
one-
it just gets snowboarding again.
Yeah.
As it goes for me, it's not. So.
All right, let's see, Charlotte, you're next.
Ice skating.
Ice
No.
skating.
What?
Yes,
It's
boy.
Oh.
I'm the only person who likes. Wait, it's stairs. It's upside down stairs now.
But we're not done yet. All right, so you should have 3 for ice skating, 2 for skiing, 1 for snowboarding. Lily, what's your favorite? Ice skating.
No. Let's go. What are you choosing?
Why isn't it skiing?
All right, John, what are you gonna pick?
Ice skating.
All right, I knew you were gonna pick that.
Everybody.
I bet LES picks that too, huh?
Why does
What's so good about it? What?
it's just fun? What's so fun about it? It's
Okay,
just fun to
Raylan,
Skiing.
Skiing.
No.
They're catching up to us.
No.
Lewis, I'm trying.
Aria, what's your favorite? Skiing. I can't believe none of you have picked skiing yet.
Sledding's not that fun.
It is
honestly.
fun.
No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's in your face and it hurts. Yeah, and it gets in my clothes. Like, excuse me.
All right, Tyson, what are you gonna pick?
Cold running goes down your back. I know. It's like, hello. Skiing.
Skiing for Tyson.
Yeah, that's the tied up. The ice skating. Oh. Someone do ice skating, please.
Hey, Brooklyn, you can't tell somebody what to do. No, that would not be fair. We got.
And this bar graph would not be true.
It would not
Yeah.
be true to what our favorite is.
It would be false.
Nobody told you what to pick, so you can't tell anybody what to pick. Addie, what would you like?
I want to try skiing.
You want to try it, so that's going to be your favorite activity? Okay.
Let's go. We're going fast. It doesn't matter. It never wins.
All right, Ingrid.
Sledding.
Skiing too.
Let's go.
I mean, I've actually never skied. Yeah, no, I've never skied.
I've never skied in my life.
I skied.
Hey, Mason, what's your favorite?
Skiing.
Skiing.
Yo, why is yours so
We're about to do all for 10. If 2 more people get it, we can't do it anymore.
All right,
Yeah, we can't.
Carson, what's your favorite?
Snowboarding.
Snowboarding.
My good turning.
So we now
Okay.
have 2 for
It's
snowboarding.
probably a weird question, but what is snowboarding?
It's where you're on a board. Like you strap it on.
There's always a weight in the
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah, you put your 2 feet on one board. Where skiing, you have 2 separate.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, definitely skiing.
Elias, what are you gonna pick? Ice skating.
Yeah.
Cause she's a hockey girl.
Finally.
There's only 2 more skiing.
Okay, Wyatt. Sledding.
Oh, what's
Thank you, Wyatt. That's what I would pick too.
ice skating. Me too.
Oh, I know. It would be tough, John. But you know what, John? I'm not very good at ice skating. My daughters are, but I'm not.
I'm good at it.
Hey, Briley! Skiing!
One more.
Addie, settle down.
Skiing is fun.
All right, LEA.
We can't get it.
Now, Lila, did I get you? Okay. Are you my last one besides Libby?
Yeah.
Lila, what would you pick?
Ice skating.
Ice skating.
Libby followed the ice skating fish.
We're not going to decide for Libby. We'll wait to see if she comes in. Okay.
Oh, my stomach.
Now, we'll wait to see in a minute if Libby comes in, and then we'll fill in a bar. And what happens if she picks skiing? What are we going to have to do?
Make
We're
another
just going to make another box over there
Okay. Just make one.
and color it in. So let's just wait to see what she picks. But guess what?
She could just
Whatever
snowboard.
she picks, which one is still going to be the winner?
Skiing.
Because skiing is going to be the winner because skiing has how many?
10.
10.
And
Penny,
only
Penny.
one person left.
Yeah.
They can't
Right.
come.
Because right now it's already 10, and if Libby comes in, it's just 11.
There'd have to be 4 people.
Right, and it will not match it because this one is already 3 behind. So there's no way they can catch up.
Sledding's
Okay.
way behind.
All right, so Ingrid, which one is the least?
Sledding.
Okay. Because sledding only has 1.
Unless she picks sledding, and then it could be equal.
Right. If she were to pick sledding, then that could be equal. Okay, now my question is down here. Is our class likes looking at our data and our numbers? What is our class like, guys?
Skiing.
So right now you're gonna take this word, ski, and you're gonna write it down in the blank.
What's skiing anyways?
Skiing is when you're on 2 different little
And then you
skis, and then you go down the hills and you use your poles to guide.
Yeah, I like that.
I like snowboarding.
Okay,
Snowboarding.
now When you have skiing written on your paper, would you nicely flip it to the next page where it says guided practice? And when Liddy comes back in, we'll ask her and we'll throw hers in, but mine's going to disappear, so make sure you have this done. Okay, on the guided practice today, it says a bar graph uses bars to show data. To make a bar graph, color one box for each vote. Bar graphs can look different. So remember how we talked about the bar graph can go horizontal and it can go vertical? See, look at these two graphs. Here's one way to make favorite breakfast foods, and here's another way. This one's going horizontal, this one's going vertical. Now look guys, toast is 4. Does this toast have 4?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. I have so many of you not paying attention and participating. Wyatt, did you answer the question? Why not? Okay, I want everyone participating. Is this toast 4, guys?
Yes.
Is this toast 4?
Yes.
They both match. It's just one way this graph goes horizontal, one way it goes vertical. Now let's look at the cereal. The cereal should be 5. Is this 5 bars?
Yes.
Is this 5 bars?
Yes.
Good. How about eggs? Eggs should be 2. This one has 2, is that right?
Yes.
This one has 2.
Yes.
You can make the graphs either way. You can make them horizontal, you can make them vertical. But one bar has to equal 1 vote. Okay? All right. Now, before we go on, Libby, we will catch you up on this first part in a minute, but our question to you is, what is your favorite winter activity? Sledding, ice skating, skiing, or snowboarding?
I have 2.
You gotta pick one. Your very favorite.
Skiing.
Skiing. Libby, guess what? There was 10 of them here. So now what do you guys think we have to do? So right now you're gonna make a box. And Liddy, in a minute, we'll catch you up, okay?
She needs fire paper.
They were hoping you would say skiing.
Just do one.
it.
Do 1, 7,
Not everybody
11,
likes
and
it.
2.
I would definitely not pick skiing.
I have been skiing. It's very fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
All you do is this. You guys do tricks.
It's not
Alright.
do stuff like this.
Now,
Let's do stuff like this.
hey, second graders, come on. So make sure you have your box colored in and then flip it back to this tally chart and bar graph. Now, what we're going to have to do is we are going to have to use the tally chart to make a bar graph. So, look at the title. Arya, what's the title of our graph? Favorite muffin. So the graph is favorite muffin. What are our choices, or their choices, because we don't get to vote. What are their choices for muffins, Ingrid?
Blueberry, strawberry, lemon, cherry.
Good. So we have those 4 choices. Miss Schaefer's first group, quietly push your chairs in my Now, our first choice is blueberry. Carson, how many blueberries are there? 4. So how many boxes or bars do we have to color in, Carson? Good job, Carson.
I would skip that because I do not have a favorite on mine.
All right, make sure you have 4 colored. And guys, you can always double check the numbers on here, make sure it matches. Okay, now the next one, we got blueberry done. What's the next one, Lily, do you think? Strawberry. Lily, how many strawberries are there?
2.
2. So how many boxes are we going to color in? Good job, Lily. 2 boxes for strawberries. one?
One.
Yep, what is that though?
Lemon.
Lemon. So lemon has one box.
Only one box.
Question, you want to read the next one, Mila? Take the pass symbol. Lewis, what's the last one?
Cherry.
Cherry. And Lewis, how many
5.
like cherry? 5. So we're going to color in 5 bars or boxes.
Miss Murphy, like Carson's dog's name.
Oh yeah.
Cherry.
It is.
Yeah, it's the same way how you spell it.
Is it?
I say cherry a lot. Me too. I see cherry.
Oh yeah, I see cherries a lot.
Me too.
They're good.
No.
I know.
I would like the lemon cookie. Miss Murphy.
Yes.
Carson has the name Cat Oreo at my house. He's all
Okay.
black, but
Question for you.
he has 2 whites on the belly and 1 white on his neck.
Looking at the bar graph that we just made, which one has the most? Raise your hand and I hope I see all of you because you should all know this. Participating. Which one has the most, John?
Cherry.
Cherry. And how many does Cherry have?
5.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, hands down. Which one has the least? What do you think, Lily? Lemon. How many does lemon have? 1. All right, I'm going to ask a really hard question. How many people voted? How many people voted? Charlotte?
4.
Well, more than 4 people voted because 4 people voted for blueberry, but how many total?
5.
No. Corla, help her out for a second.
12.
Wow, how did you get that? How'd you get that, Corla? What'd you do? Did you add, count the squares, or count the tallies? How'd you do it, Corla?
I count by 2s.
You counted by 2s the squares. So you went 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. That would work. See, Mrs. Murphy added, I did 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 1 is 10, plus 2 is 12.
I did 5.
You could have counted the tallies, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 3 different ways you could found out how many people voted. Okay, now I have a question down here, and I like this question. How are these bar graphs different than pictographs? Wyatt, how are they different?
Because they both have different ways you could add. How can I say that?
How are pictographs, what we already learned about, how are they different than bar graphs?
Oh, because pictographs have the picture and bar graphs have
Just a square or a bar, right? We just call it a square or a bar. Is that what we're gonna say, Kinsley? Okay, you were right then. Okay, let's move on, guys. Let's flip it. You guys are gonna do the independent practice in a minute, but let's go on to the back. We're gonna do 2 of the rainbows. We're not gonna do all 3.
Yes. Can we cross off
We are gonna do numbers. Just a second here.
4, 5, 6?
Hold on.
You're on the wrong one.
I know. I'm going way too far. I'm on the homework part. Okay, we're gonna do numbers 4 or 5, and then we're gonna cross off number 6. Okay. Okay, we're gonna use the data to fill in this bar graph. I will read it. You listen to what we have to color in first for our first bar. Alyssa took a survey to find which juice pop flavor 15 friends like. So I know that 15 friends are voting. 6 voted for cherry. So right now, Mrs. Murphy heard that 6 voted for cherry. So how many bars do I color in, Mason? 6. Okay, Mrs. Murphy's gonna cross it off. I already got 6 voted for Sherry. And I have my 6 bars colored on my bar graph. And this bar graph's going horizontal again. Now, the next one says 5 voted for grape. So how many squares do I have to color in, Kaden? 5. And then I'm gonna cross that off so I know that I have that done. The next one says 2 voted for orange. So how many bars do I need to color, Carson? 2. Good job. 2 for orange. Yes, Liz?
Wait, so lines actually go in, basically. Because it says rest of her friends voted for lime.
Okay, now
Lime's not gonna win.
we need to figure out this question. The rest of our friends voted for lime.
And if you
But how
already have
many
those-
words
But
are
how?
left?
Wait. How many friends voted? Wyatt? 15. Now, let's count to see how many friends are already up here. Let's count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How many more till we get to 15? We're at 13. Everybody? 14, 15. So now I know that line has to be just 2 because only 15 friends can vote. And I should count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Miss Murphy, now lime and orange tied.
Right. So orange and lime are tied. Which one won again, guys?
Cherry again!
Cherry's amazing though. Like,
Okay.
cherry's like the best.
Okay. Let's go on to number 5.
I think your dog's lucky.
They
All right.
should've done chicken.
Number 5 says Luke took a survey of 18 friends to find their favorite soup. So guys, how many friends?
18!
18. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna circle the number 18 because this is Murphy knows I need to get to 18. 4 voted for chicken soup. So Addie, how many squares should I color in for chicken soup? 4.
It's a stand. 2.
Okay, I got 4 for chicken soup. The next one says 6 voted for vegetable soup. So Corla, how many squares should I color in for vegetable? 6. Good job. 6. Ooh, this is the tricky part. The same number voted for tomato soup and noodle soup. So how are we going to figure this out? Addie, what do you think?
Because there's 10 right there because 6 plus 4 makes 10. And so noodle would be 4 and then tomato would be 4. Because that makes 8.
You got it. Did you guys hear what Addie said?
Yeah.
Addie figured out here's 4 and here is 6. And 4 plus 6 is 10. Well, and we got to get to 18. So we got 8 more. So then she took her 8, guys, and they have to be equal. And everybody knows, what is a double to make 8?
4.
4, 4. So right there we used a double. So tomato has to be 4,
4, 6, 8, 9.
Wait a minute, I had the
and noodle has to be 4.
4, 6,
And then to double check, if I were you, I would count your squares just to make sure that you have fit 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Perfect. Wyatt,
Mine is different.
how is yours different?
Because mine has 4 and 4, because that equals 8.
Yeah.
Like yours is more different. No, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no.
Maybe it looks different.
Yes, it does.
Maybe it looks different. But it's right. Okay. Okay, just fading group. Alright. The group that just came back, just wait and I'll catch you up in a minute. Okay? Miss Schaefer's second group, listen. You're gonna go to Miss Schaefer's room, and when you come back, you're gonna do the independent practice on your own, and it will not take you very long. Okay? Okay, the rest of you, even Miss Schaefer's first group, flip it back to independent practice. Okay. Now, what you're going to do is you are going to finish this tally chart first. You guys notice that they put the tally charts, but they didn't put the total. Eyes up here, because if you forget to put the total, I'm going to mark it wrong. So, red has how many tallies, Raylan?
4.
4. So I need to put that total there. Make sure you write the number of tallies. And then what I would do is I would go color your bar graph to match your tally chart. Okay? So you're going to complete this first tally chart on color shirt. And then this bottom one, there's a tally chart on whether kids are left-handed or right-handed.
Which is kind of
And then you're gonna do the total, and then this bar graph is going vertical. So the one is going horizontal, the other one's going vertical. When you get done, you can take your iPads, you can go around the room. You are gonna do IXL R5 and R6, and those 2 skills are on bar graphs. Okay? All right. Miss Schaefer's first group,